What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and before we start the video, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It only takes 1 second and makes a big difference on the channel. And with that being said, let's get into today's main topic. And today's main topic is coming from James Bond, No Time to Die. A new upcoming movie. Well, I actually don't even know if it's going to be released soon. I don't even know if it has a release date. I want to go watch this new No Time to Die James Bond movie. I love the James Bond franchise. I've loved so many of the James Bond movies. And I remember when I was younger, I liked to pretend like I was James Bond, rolling down on the ground, pretending like I have a gun in my finger, and pretending like I'm shooting bad guys, fighting bad guys. And I used to do that a lot. But today's news is basically actress who, I apologize if I mispronounce this because I'm very bad at pronouncing names. Lashana Lynch, I'm going to assume I pronounced it right, was confirmed as the new 007 in No Time to Die. And when I heard this news, I wasn't surprised because we knew this like 2 years ago, I think, or just over a year ago. And like a year ago, they said that she was going to be the new James Bond. Like, there was a lot of articles, and lots of people were complaining. They were like, oh, James Bond can't be a black female. And at the time, I'm going to apologize right now, but at the time, I actually believed that. I was like, are they really going to gender and race swap James Bond? And I was kind of frustrated because I'm like, well, James Bond has always been a white male. And I believed, Hollywood was trying to force this SJW agenda. They were trying to enforce politics in our movies. But I have a difference of opinion now. And the reason why I say that is because she's not James Bond. Let's get that out of the way. She's not James Bond. She's 007. And here's things I have to defend for Lashana Lynch. She's an amazing actress. You should go watch her other projects. She's a phenomenal actress. So I was happy when she was casted. I just was a bit concerned on whether she was James Bond or not. But here's the reasons why you should be hyped up. There are two things that I want to get out the way. Number one, the original James Bond is still coming in. If you've seen the trailers, you can see that she's not just James Bond. You can see the other guy, the real James Bond. So I don't understand. And then number two, 007 is just the title. Let's remember that. 007 is just like his agent name. James Bond is his real name, so I understand if you're mad if they call her James Bond, but they're not. They're just going to call her 007 now. It's just a title. And right now I'm going to make a sports reference, so if you don't understand sports, this might sound confusing, but let's say I support this one team. I'm going to call them I support a team like, I guess, the LA Lakers. I'm going to use that because that team's very popular. LeBron James wears 23. And let's just say LeBron James decides to leave the Lakers. Now that vacancy is there, that number is not being used. Now let's say Anthony Davis asks, hey, could I use the number 23? Because, LeBron James isn't here anymore. Well, then Anthony Davis gets 23. It doesn't make him LeBron James. It just means he has the 23 number that LeBron James so happened to used to have. That's it. That's really it. It's that simple. It's the same thing with 007. James Bond leaves being 007. That means that number is vacant. And now we have Lashana Lynch. I don't know what they're going to call her. I need to really look that up. But she comes in and fills in that position. It doesn't make her James Bond. It makes her 007. She's just filling the vacancy because why not? And that's why I don't understand the outrage anymore. I don't understand, why are people getting so mad? And it's like, she's not being James Bond. Even the writers themselves acknowledge that. And another thing I got to defend, which I wanted to make a whole video about this one little subject, but I'm just going to go ahead and mention it now. The whole SJW agenda in Hollywood. A lot of people have been complaining about SJW politics in Hollywood. And look, I never reveal who I support politically on this channel because this is a movie talk channel. But once movies are revealed, if things get into movies, then I'm going to talk about it. Not talk about it as in enforcing political beliefs in you. Just me talking about movies because I love talking about movies. And a lot of people in recent years have been saying, oh, there's this enforced SJW agenda in Hollywood. And this is what I got to respond with. is there really? Is there really an enforcement on SJWs? Like, I was watching Star Wars, and all I saw was they added new female characters, and I don't understand the whole complaining. I understand if you hate the movie, because at the end of the day, all I care about is if it's a great movie with talented actors, with a talented director. I understand if you hated Rise of Skywalker, but I don't understand the gender politics. I didn't really see it much. And the same thing with Birds of Prey. Everyone was complaining about Birds of Prey because it was feminism. But I watched the movie, and all I saw was a group of females. It's like, I didn't see enforced feminism. I mean, I guess feminism now means putting women all in a movie. I don't understand. But, and then when this black female came to be in this upcoming James Bond movie, the complaint was that she was African American and she was a female. Like I said already, she's not James Bond. She is 007. I don't get the whole issue. I really don't. It's frustrating, it's stupid, and it's pathetic. I don't understand why get mad. She's not James Bond. If they said that she was going to be James Bond and they were going to ignore the previous James Bond, like erase his memory or erase his timeline and then just put her in and be like, oh yeah, that's James Bond, then yeah, I understand that outrage. But that's not what's happening. What's happening is she's just taking up the mantle of 007. According to this logic, you should be mad that Peter Parker in the MCU is being labeled as the next Iron Man. Shouldn't you be mad because, someone came in and filled up Iron Man's position? If you're mad over this, then you should be mad at that. It's that simple. Or you should be mad at The Dark Knight Rises, who at the end, Bruce Wayne, after, faking his death, he lets the guy carry the mantle. I forgot what his name is, but they call him Robin in the movie. So I really don't understand that outrage. It frustrates me, but yeah. And from the looks of it, all I see is that she's going to be a side character who maybe, what I think is going to happen is James Bond's retired and Lashana Lynch takes up the mantle of 007. And then he eventually comes out of retirement because they really need his help. And then at the end, he decides to finally have a farewell. And then you see Lashana Lynch being the next 007. And if you see the trailers, she legit looks like she's going to be a side character. I don't understand that outrage. I really don't. I don't know. Sometimes, I love the film fan community, which is the reason why I even made this channel. But sometimes we can be so stupid. Like, it's just, they're like, oh, there's too much SJW in Hollywood. Well, let's be for real. We've spent 100 years, just seeing straight white men be the only things in movies. There was a lot of sexism and racism in previous movies. And there's a lot of movies still to this day that are mostly straight white men starring. And look, me personally, I don't care who people cast as long as they're talented actors. For all I care about, they could be gay, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. I just care that they bring us the best performance possible. That is really all I ask for. I don't care what race they are, what gender they are, what ethnicity. I don't care. Just give me the best performance, and then we're good. If they had instead of getting Lashana Lynch, let's assume they got someone like Ryan Reynolds, or if they got someone like Zoe Saldana, I would not be complaining. And I still don't complain with Lashana Lynch. She's a phenomenal actress. You should go watch her other projects. And she does not deserve the racism and sexism she's getting. Because us, the film fan community, we should be opening her to open arms. We shouldn't be bashing her for being a certain gender or a certain race. Come on. As the film fan community, it's disappointing because this happens a ton. Whenever we get a black-led movie or a black character or a female character or someone that is not a straight white male, something like this always happens. I remember when Black Panther came out, a lot of people that I would talk to, they would say, oh, I like Black Panther, but it was overrated. And I'm like, why would you judge a movie based off of that? And I've been guilty of that. I'm not going to pretend and be a saint. I've been guilty before. I know that I've made remarks like like this that were, stupid. She is not James Bond. She is the new 007. How do you not get that? How does nobody get that? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Follow me on Instagram, Isaac the Film Geek, and let go.